a sign for unbelievers. So Acts chapter 2. We already read that story. I'm not going to read it fully. You remember they began to speak with other tongues as Spirit gave them utterance. And the people around them, they were confused because they heard them speak in their own language. So it was another type of tongues that people were able to understand. And the reason why the Bible says they were amazed and they wondered, like, how come, if you see on the screen in that passage, it gives a list of different groups of people, different nationalities, and they all spoke different languages. If you read the text. And once they started, when apostles, they started praying in tongues, these guys, it was very vivid. They heard it. It was very clear that something happened. Everybody came and they heard their own language. And they were shocked, like, did you learn to speak my language? And they said, like, no. It's a supernatural gift when tongues, they become a foreign language and other people are able to understand it. And you remember, what did they speak about when they prayed in tongues? Do you remember what was the topic? Do you remember what they spoke about? They did not just share, like, a weather forecast. They were talking about God, wonders of God. Basically, they were like proclaiming the gospel. And if you remember in that same chapter, Acts chapter 2, the biggest, but probably the biggest water baptism in the church history. How many people, who remembers, got baptized that day? Say it louder. 3,000 people. Yesterday, we baptized 54 and I was tired by the end. Can you imagine 3,000 people were baptized because they heard them speaking their own language? It was a miracle. It was a sign to unbelievers. And they converted to Christianity. Why? Because of that sign of speaking in tongues, which was used as to proclaim the gospel, to preach the gospel, to bring the good news to other nations. And I know that this occurrence does not happen too often. I'm sure you agree. However, it happens even during our day, even today.